Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Matt Levchenko, Assistant Team Leader here with Keller Williams Diamond Partners, and wanted to shoot another quick little video on some alternative uses or ways to get people to your app. So I want you to take notice of my eEdge page here, and there's a feature on your eEdge page called the Custom tab or the Custom page that you can do, and I now use this page I can direct people to go here to get my app. So it's a little easier than remembering that really long search string. So if I click on here, you'll notice what I actually did is I actually took a screenshot of here's my actual landing page. So what I did is I did a snippet of that page and I put it in here, and I also linked it. So if somebody actually clicks on this picture, anywhere on this picture, it will automatically open a new window and take them to where they can go. Now I know that's an extra step, but it's in a way that some agents are getting another opportunity to share their app with people, and so it's on my website. So if somebody's looking to buy or sell and they look over here and it says get my app, maybe they'll go there. Maybe it's another opportunity for you to convert somebody that's just kind of browsing on your site. So how did I do it? Well, it's actually pretty easy. So let me just walk you through really quickly how I did it. And you can choose to put whatever image you want here. You may want to just put text and link that text to your landing page. I'll leave that up to you, but I'll show you how I did it, and I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. If what I'm doing here is a little bit too techy, then get with your education committee chair. And I believe that's Sarah Dreiling in Lawrence and Karen Lobby here in Olathe. So if you want a class on this, you want me to hold like a specific workshop for you, I'd be more than happy to. So get with them, and then we'll get it on the calendar and go from there. So first things first is I want to show you where it's at. So under My Marketing, you're going to go to Manage Your eEdge website. That's going to take you to your eEdge backend. And once you're there, I'm going to show you where you can now find, it's going to default to the tab that says website here, and at the very bottom there's another link here that says custom page. And so whatever you put in here is what's going to show up in this tab here. So you only have a certain amount of characters, 15, to put in there. And then whatever you put in here is what will show up there. Now you need to keep in mind that the space that you have to use is only so wide. This is about 630 pixels wide, and this is about 500 pixels tall. So if you know what that means, great. If you don't know, that's just kind of your restrictions. It's 635 by 500 is the space. So if you try to cut and paste a gigantic image in there, it will skew this all up, and so try to keep it small whenever you put it in that area. So what I did is I'm gonna do a new one here for you. I've used the snipping tool in the past, and the snipping tool is if I click here in the Windows thing, and under where it says, if I click on my little Windows button and I type in snipping, it's gonna pull up this little icon with like a scissors with a red circle around it. You'll click on that, and what it's going to do is when you click on it, it's going to gray out your screen. See how the screen went gray and then this little box came up, and then your cursor turns into a plus, like a crosshair. So what you can do is basically whenever you click and drag, you create like a rectangle, and it's going to take a picture of what you have in the darker area. So I'm going to make it real simple here and do it like that. So here's the image that I'm going to do, and I'm going to just throw that onto my desktop as I'm going to throw it to the desktop, and I'm going to name it what do I want to name it? Sorry, my app pick 1. So I'm going to save it there. And then what I want to do is I want to connect it to this landing page. So I always go back to my trusty old blogger tool, and remember you want to click on the compose button here to make sure you've got all these features. And again, I've used this tool in the past on several of my other videos. If this is the first time you're seeing this, email me. I'll send you some more videos. But the reason I use the Blogger tool is because it allows me to do stuff in HTML, and all that really means is that it's the kind of code that you can, well, I don't want to get it too techy. It's programming code for websites, but you get to use what's called a WYSIWYG editor, and it's a what you see is what you get editor. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert this image. So I'm just going to find that image back on my find the image that I saved. So wherever you put your image, that's where it'll be. And I'm going to click on it and put it into my little blog post. I want it to be the original size, and just for fun, I want to make it go to the left. And sometimes this thing goes back and forth on you. I'm sorry, I'm clicking all over the place. So I'm going to highlight this, and then I want to create a hyperlink on this image. So I'm going to click on this link tool, and it's going to say, when somebody clicks on this image, where do you want them to go to? Well, I know I want them to go to this landing page. So I'm going to copy this website address, which is right across the top here. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go back to my Blogger, and it's saying, where do I want it to go? I said I want it to go to a website, and then I'm going to paste that address in there, and I'm going to click OK. And so right now, this is what people are going to see. But if you click over here, this HTML button, it turns the image and the link into code. And so I'm going to go back to eEdge, and if I go into here, this is the code from the prior image. So I'm going to delete that. I want to go back to Blogger, and I just created this picture that links back to that site. I'm going to highlight it all, copy it. I'm going to go back into eEdge, and I'm going to paste it. Then I'm going to click Update. When I click Update, it looks like this. And so I'm going to save it and then see what that looks like. So I'm going to go back to, so here's what I had before. I'm going to reload the page and see how it worked. See, do you see this here? It's a little too wide. So here's the easy fix. I'm just going to make a smaller snip. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do a snip again, but this time I'm going to try to trim off a little bit of the extra that I had. So I'm trying to get real close here, and then real close here. This may take you one or two times to get it. That may be close. So let's take a look. So File, Save As. And I'm actually going to save it as the same file name because that other one doesn't work. Yep, I want to replace it. So I'm going to go back to Blogger, and I'm going to delete this, and I want to bring that image back. I want to go and find the new one that I did that's just a little bit smaller, and I want to put that one in there. Original size to the left. Sorry, sometimes Blogger does all this craziness. Okay, and then I want to make sure I got the right address. And again, if I'm going really fast here, just press pause and then do it yourself and then follow along. So that's there. Now I want to get the code again. I'm going to copy the code, jump over here, and I'm going to replace this code with the code that I just did, which is slightly smaller. And then I want to save it so it can go live, and then I'm going to go over to my website live, and I'm going to hit refresh. And that moved it over a little bit, but you get the idea. So I want to check to see if it works. So now that it's up here, if they click on it, where does it go? Great, it still takes them here. So you get the idea. You can do any kind of picture or image or whatnot to get them here. I just wanted to show you how you can create this custom tab in your application. So if you have any questions, email me. If you want this in a class, see your education chair, and we'll get it on the calendar, And as I see new and creative ways to use the app to get it out to our clients, I will share it. I'll bring it to you. So have fun with this, and if you've done something cool or creative, email me. Let me see it. I want to check it out. Share with us, because you may be smarter and more creative than me, and that would be great and awesome. So share that with us, and we'll go from there. So in the meantime, again, it's Matt Levchenko, and really happy to share anything that we find with you. Have fun.